Namaste, welcome to Atharva Nava. I am Sirisha and I teach mathematics and physics for CBSE, ICSE and IGCSE grade 6 to 10. To follow my classes, kindly subscribe to Atharva Nava, hit the bell icon for further notifications on different topics. Kindly share, comment to help others as well. Thank you. Let's start learning some more models in arithmetic progression. So let us consider one sequence. Say for instance 5, 9, 13, so on in AP. Okay. So and I am interested to find, say for instance 15th term of this sequence which is in AP. Okay. What is the 15th term? That's the question. So first thing first, we need to write what is A is equals to 5, and then what else we have to write? D is equals to 9 minus 5, which is equals to 4, and then N is equals to 15. And we know the formula is Tn is equals to A plus N minus 1 into D. You can write the formula first, and with reference to that you can list out what is required in the problem. Okay. So T15, I want 15th term. So T15 is equals to 5 plus 15 minus 1 into 4. Okay. So Bodmer's rule, please remember that. So 14 into 4. 14 into 4 is 4 4 is 16, 4 1 is 56 plus 5, which is 61. So my 15th term is 61. Now let's just see another sequence. You might get a doubt here whether the sequence should be always positive, increasing, ascending, all these questions. No. It can be descending as well. Say for instance, the sequence is 38, 36, 34 and so on. Then what is this is in AP, okay, but the sequence in descending order, isn't it? Now I need to find, say for instance 6th term. I just want 6th term of this sequence. So what I'll do, first list the formula. Tn is equals to A plus N minus 1 into D. See, every time I just write the formula, please do that. A is equals to 38 and D. This is where you have to be very careful. People, see, I am changing my pen font in pen color and I am writing here. People tend to write the D value as 38 minus 36. That's just because you think you should always write the bigger number first and the smaller number next, but that's not true. Although, okay, we need to write in the same way as we learnt earlier. If you remember, if you check my previous class, you might have seen the common difference is always T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2, isn't it? So, which means it should always be the second minus first. So always here also second minus first, which means 36 minus 38, which is a negative. Can the common difference be negative? Yes, it can be negative. If your sequence is descending, definitely your common difference will be negative, and if your sequence is ascending, you will have a D which is positive. Okay, so nothing to worry here. So let's just start solving. T6 is okay, I forgot to write N is 6. So T6 is equals to 38 plus N minus 1. So 6 minus 1 into minus 2. Since it's a negative number, kindly write the negative numbers always in bracket. Okay, always use brackets for negative number. And then so T6 is equals to 38 plus 5 into minus 2. So that must be 38 minus 10, bottommost rule. So 28 is my sixth term. So if you go on counting it, you get sixth term being 28. Then why isn't it negative? It is not negative just because your numbers are descending, although, but they are not negative here. Now what about a sequence which is negative? Let's just see that also. I am going to take another example here which can have a sequence which are having negative numbers. Okay, so question number 3, let's just say minus 2, minus 6, minus 10 and so on in AP. Now this is a sequence, it is having negative numbers, isn't it? Now let's say I need to find 11th term of this sequence. Then first thing first, Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. If you have observed all my classes, I write the formula first and then I start substituting. Always write the formula first. So what is a here? Minus 2. What is d here? Minus 6 minus of minus 2. Be careful because here both are negative numbers, isn't it? You need to subtract two negative numbers, which you should do consciously with the help of brackets. If you avoid brackets, then your d value must be wrong, isn't it? So minus 6 plus 2, which will become minus 4. Okay, then what is n here? N is equals to 11, since I asked for 11th term. Now what is Tn? T11 is equals to a. What is a? Negative number. Again, please use brackets if ever you find a negative number. And then n value is 11 minus 1 into minus 4. So T11 is minus 2 in brackets plus, let's just write down this first, to minus 4 minus 2 minus 40, which will become minus 42. That's my final value. Okay, so let's just see if only numbers are utilized for sequence. No, you can have a question like this as well. Say for instance, he wants the 10th term of the sequence, 10th term of sequence in AP, which is my root 2, comma root 8, comma root 18 and so on. Root 2, root 8, root 18. See, when you just look at these numbers, you feel like little difficult, but it is not so. Let me explain you very clearly how to convert these numbers into a form where we can utilize for getting the a value, d value, etc. Okay, so just observe, I am using a different color pen. Root 2 is root 2. Root 8 can be written as root of 2 into 2 into 2. Root 18 can be written as root of 2 into 3. 2 into 9. Root of 2 into 9. So can I write this as root 2, root of 2 into 4, comma root of 2 into 9. If I make it little simpler, I can write this as 2 root 2, or I might take one more step. Let me take one more step. Root 2 into root 4, isn't it? And this can be written as root 2 into root 9. Now further I can write this as root 2 comma 2 root 2 comma 3 root 2, because root 9 is what? We know that root 9 is nothing but 3 and root 4 is nothing but 2, correct? So isn't it like 1 root 2, 2 root 2, 3 root 2? Now this is in AP, isn't it? Okay, let's see now. The sequence in AP is root 2 comma 2 root 2, I'll make it 1 root 2 for our convenience, 3 root 2 and so on. You want which term? 10th term. Now it is simpler, isn't it? When you looked at this question, you probably was wondering how to solve this problem, but it's just that you need to write the factorization of it, probably prime factorization I can say, but although 9 is not the prime number, but still you can make out very easily how to convert this form, yes or no? Now let's just start with it. A is equals to root 2 and D. When it comes to D is the question mark, 2 root 2 minus root 2. Imagine you are having a variable, okay. Say for instance you are having 3x minus 2x. What you will write? 1x. How are you writing this? Because we know in algebra, if two terms are having same variables, then you can just do any operation. Since they are same variables, they come under like terms and then you can solve them, isn't it? Similarly, here we are going to use the same concept, 2 root 2 minus root 2. Either you can understand it is nothing but 2 root 2 minus 1 root 2, it should become 1 root 2, or you have doubt. Then I am solving it in the side. See, 2 root 2 minus root 2. Let me take this root 2 common. Then what is left? 2 minus 1. Then it is root 2 times 1, which is nothing but 1 root 2, isn't it? So my D is what? 1 root 2. Then n is equals to 10. So Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D, correct? Let's just solve here. I am using this space. So T10 is equals to, what is T10? It's nothing but root 2 plus n minus 1. So 10 minus 1 into root 2. 1 root 2 is same as root 2, so no need to worry about that. And then root 2 plus 9 root 2, which will become 10 root 2. So what's my 10th term? 10 root 2. It's obvious. First term is 1 root 2, second term is 2 root 2, third term is 3 root 2. Obviously 10th term will be 10 root 2. Some sequences we can find the answers very quickly although. Yeah. Thank you.